you, Mr. Chairman. And yes, I was supposed to be in Washington, D.C. voting today. They gave us the day off, and thank you to the committee for working me in and letting me say a word to you. I've got a lot of friends here. Thank you for being here. A lot of volunteers have come to help and have helped me down through the years. I appreciate them too. I've even got a daughter and a granddaughter here, and I want to say a special word of appreciation to Caroline and Evelyn for being here for Buddy. So thank you very much. And I won't tell you what, I try not to take the whole 10 minutes. This election is important this year. And this election this year is not complicated. It involves a stark difference between two approaches. And here's what I mean by that. On the day this country inaugurated Donald J. Trump as President of the United States, January 20, 2017, this Congress, this House of Representatives, and this Senate set about lifting burdens on job creators. And I want to keep doing that. We started doing it from day one, January 20th, 2017. I want to continue lifting the burden on job creators. We passed historic tax cuts. And this election this year, this election for senator, these elections are going to decide whether we build on those tax cuts or whether we put Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer in charge to start reversing those. It's that stark of a choice. In addition, in that bill, we repealed the Obamacare individual mandate. That's been signed into law by Donald Trump, and I was part of that and proud to be part of it. We're drilling in Alaska now. We're finally drilling in Anwar, making America energy independent. And this election this year is going to decide whether we build on that or whether we go back to dependence on foreign oil. We have confirmed 24 conservative federal appeals court judges, including one yesterday. And this election is going to decide whether we continue to put constitutional conservatives on the courts or whether we turn back. We've confirmed Judge Neil Gorsuch on the Supreme Court, and I'm proud to be part of that. And we are going to vote to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh. So what have been the results of what we've done? Well, more Americans are working now than have ever been working in the history of our country. That's the result. Unemployment is at an all-time low. Black unemployment is at an all-time low. Hispanic American unemployment is at an all-time low. And we've got a choice in November of whether to build on these accomplishments or whether to take another direction. If we put Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer in charge of the Congress, and that's what the result would be if the Democrats win, all of these accomplishments would be at risk. So that's the choice we have. Now, I wasn't sure I'd be here this week. I was scheduled to vote, and I felt that if we were going to vote, I should be there voting. But we got our work done, and look, here's all we did this week. Here's all we did. We went to conference on a farm bill. The president has insisted that we go regular order on our appropriation bills, no more omnibus bills, so we passed 4 appropriation bills this week. And we sent a strong national defense bill to the President of the United States. President Trump will undoubtedly sign that next week. We confirmed our 24th Circuit judge. And by the way, I had a great interview with Judge Brett Kavanaugh, our next Supreme Court Justice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to stand before you this year, 2018, and run on my record. That record includes my SHIPS Act, which I introduced. I got every Republican and every Democrat on my subcommittee to co-sponsor that. It's the law of the land. It builds up to a 355 ship Navy, and I'm proud to be the author of the SHIPS Act. I'm proud to be the author of the act that puts 100 more junior ROTC units in our high schools, including our high schools in Mississippi. I'm proud to be the author of the Coastal Act, which gives us a more effective way of doing a cost-efficient national flood insurance program. I'm glad to be the author of the Wicker Amendment, which stands today and protects the sanctity of life. I'm glad to have been the author of the MD Care Act, which has extended the life of muscular dystrophy kids by 10 years in the time we've had it. I'm glad to be the author of the Eureka Act. I'm glad to be part of a bill that puts that offers a private sector solution to Alzheimer's disease through a prize competition. The Connect for Health Act to enhance telemedicine in Mississippi and other rural states, and the Surface Warfare Act that protects our men and women who step forward to join our military on the high seas. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been the honor of my life to represent the great people of Mississippi in the United States Senate. I stand before you today running on my record, a conservative, result-oriented public servant from Mississippi. I humbly ask for your vote for another 6-year term. Thank you, and God bless you all.